All right, welcome to my first ever draft of Modern Horizons 3. I'm so stoked. I'm Rabble Master, aka Alan, and I'm looking right here at Harrogast Erupting Nullkite, which has a merge, and when you cast him, exile your hand, draw 3, flying 6/6. Each creature you cast has a merge. Pretty cool. Sylvan Safekeeper, not very good. Terramander, I don't think so. Ghostfire Slice might be just the best overall pick. But how am I not going to take the Mythic Dragon? We'll take Harrogast here. So this Eldrazi deck that is kind of the first. I've seen one draft that LSV did, and he had kind of this teamer based deck, I would say, of Eldrazi. And so I would like to do that, but I imagine we're going to have probably a lot of people on that same deck. So cards that are sticking out to me here, Emrakul's Messenger. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, make a spawn. Kalia of the Vast. I could put Harrogast into play with Kalia, but I think that might be a little too deep even for my taste. This Emrakul's Messenger feels super good. But this is a 4 mana 6/6. I'm gonna try that. Okay, Marionette Apprentice is one that I am pretty excited to play with in my Radadrobic deck, in my all my EDH decks. I'm really excited to get her in there because I just love sacrificing. But for me, I'm looking at this Eldrazi Repurposer here, which is a 3/3 for 3. And when you cast the spell or when it dies, you get a spawn token. And we're really looking like we can get kind of a green-red base Eldrazi deck. So Horrific Assault here sticks out, and so does Reefworm. Reefworm is another color. And I think... So I'm leaning Horrific Assault. Warped Tusker. Whenever you cast or cycle Warped Tusker, create a spawn, and it can cycle. And this is one of the fetch lands that we want to get our hands on, but I really think I'm just going to grab this cheap 1 mana removal. So it looks like a lot of the green has dried up. There's a Dog Umbra as some removal. Wither and Bloom. It's unfortunate we haven't seen kind of red open at all, so we might have to get away from this a little bit. And if we were to do that, then maybe we go into this Indebted Spirit. Or this Wither and Bloom. I'm going to try this Indebted Spirit. I think they're putting this at uncommon for a reason. Alright, so a green rare here. When Primal Prayers enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. You may cast creature spells with mana value 3 or less by paying by paying 1 rather than their energy costs. If you cast a spell this way, you may cast a Zothead's Flash. That seems... If we could really do the energy thing, that might be it, but another Horrific Assault might just be where I'm at here. Just to be safe. So Shrieking Drake, what could we return? None of these feel great to return. Bountiful Landscape. as a colorless source. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And this has red, so if we want to get back onto Harrogast, we can. Ooh, Nightshade Dryad. But we do have some premium removal here. You know, I would like to play the Harrogast if we can, so I'm going to take this Nightshade Dryad. Perfectly safe, great card. And we can Unfathomable Truths here. And this is actually the perfect land if we wanted to go into a teamer deck. So Evolution Witness, 3 mana, 2/1, adapt 1, and then it can return something. And Gift of the Viper. Both these seem pretty good. I think I'll take the Witness. And Sage of the Unknowable, gonna help us ramp to some of these Eldrazi's, hopefully. Probably get this Indebted Spirit out of here. Someone else can have the Gargoyle. Alright, so we open, well, what looks to be a dud of a pack for us, unfortunately. Nyxborn Hydra. Ugh. Utter insignificance. We could just take some removal. It's not exciting. If we wanted to go back into white, we could take Pearl Ear here. So we have 2 good blue cards. And this would be kind of our first great white card. Yeah, I kind of want to be the Eldrazi deck, so this probably could be a wrong pick, but I'm going to take Utter Insignificance. Planar Genesis would be kind of cool to wheel here. There's another Horrific Assault. Flare of Cultivation. Is not one I'm going to be putting in my deck. Another Bountiful Landscape. I'm going to take the 3rd Horrific Assault here and just focus on having that be our removal. Oh. And this is Esper. Yes, she is named after blue, white, and black cards. And she is a princess, and she knows it. So apologies if she's loud or this gets really awkward as I have to chase her around, but she's amazing. So say hi, Esper. Another Wumpus Aberration is sticking out for me here. We have this uncommon, the Hunger Tide Rises. Create a 1/1. Yeah, that seems like it might be too slow. So I'm going to take another Wumpus Aberration. And now that we have 2, we really are going to have to prioritize taking more of these. I wish I had taken the last one over this Horrific Assault. Oh, alright, she's gone. Kozilek's Unsealing. When you cast a creature spell with mana value 4, 5, or 6, create 2/0/1 spawns. Whenever you cast a creature spell 7 or more, draw 3. I mean, I'd be pretty down for that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I would take here, but I definitely want to try this Unsealing out. So there's another Unfathomable Truths, but I don't think we need 2 of those. Oh, another Nightshade Dryad is excellent here. So we have a Twisted Landscape. Warped Tusker does stick out here, though. Quest for the Necropolis. Not going to be for us, but pretty cool. Yeah, we'll take this Warped Tusker here. And I'm feeling pretty good about having 1 Sage, 2 Nightshade Dryads, along with this Horrific Assault. Okay, so Lethal Throwdown, Great Removal, not for us. Distinguished Conjurer. Oh, that one's pretty cool, but we're just going to take some cheap removal here. And so on the wheel, we get absolutely nothing. Cool. Angel of the Ruins. Whatever, it's not going in my deck. Shattered Landscape is completely the wrong one. Planar Genesis. We could take another Utter Insignificance, or we could try this Planar Genesis, which it's the first draft. Obviously I am. Monstrous Vortex. Ooh, when you cast a spell 5 or greater, discover X? Yeah. And now we're getting paid off for Warped Tuskering and Harrigasting. We might not even Harrigast, because I think our deck is doing like cool enough stuff. Like opening a blue-green rare. Easy. So Nadu. Creatures you have, whenever this creature becomes the target, reveal the top card. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise put it in hand. So these Horrific Assaults, I think Nadu is going to be sick here. Signature Slam would be really cool. And Hydro Trainer. Hydro Trainer would be super good as well. But I'm just going to take Nadu here. Just take the rare. Depth Defiler and Thief of Existence. And Ravager. And Sage. And Herald. So we're going to probably... We're in the right colors here. And Snapping Voidcraw. Ooh. But we got to take the rare, right? When you cast a spell, exile up to 1 non-creature, non-land permanent, 4 or less. Okay, so this is kind of a 3-mana 3/4, and the Depth Defiler is kind of just big. I kind of think that I want to try the Defiler since we do have a Thief of Existence already. A Nulldrifter. Awesome. And Hope Ender Coatl. When you cast a spell, counter target spell unless an opponent pays 1. Oh my god, that one's sick too. Serum Visionary. Oh, I do want to pick up more of these. Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. But I want to take this Nulldrifter for sure. Okay, so after literally saying that 9 seconds ago, or 4 seconds ago, I should say, I can't not take this Bountiful Landscape. Okay, so here, Consign to Memory, counter target triggered ability or colorless spell, Copy Crook, which is a copy who can connive. Yeah, that sounds pretty sick, actually. Yeah, the question is just, is Harrigast getting in there? Because double red is tough. Alright, so we could take another Copy Crook. Is it Generatorium? Probably not for us. We'll take Foreboding Landscape here, I think. and a Seething Landscape or an Aether Spike. I'll take another blue-red fetch and really try to get Harrogast in there. We're committing and seeing how deep these are going to go. Strict Serenade seems like more of a constructed card for me. Another Warped Tusker is sick, though. The Signature Slam came back. Hydro Trainer. Take Signature Slam. Ooh, look at this lineup, too. I want all 4 of these cards in my deck. Alright, I'll try It That Heralds to the end here. Serum Visionary. Barbarian Ring, probably not getting in the deck. Plains. Cool. So let's see where we are. Let's see if Harrogast is something we want to do. So this is 17 lands. And if we wanted to take 1 forest and 1 island out to play this Harrogast, we could. Because we're going to have to cut 3 cards here. We do have 2 Nightshade Dryads. Yeah, I definitely want to... I want to give it a try. So do you think maybe this Monstrous Vortex might be doing a little too much when we have Kozilek's Unsealing? So 4, 5, and 6, and when you cast a creature 7 or greater, draw 3. So we can evoke this Nulldrifter. Yeah, you may cast the spell for its evoke cost and draw 3 on the Unsealing. And 2 Warped Tuskers. I think Harrogast, we're going to try game 1 without him, just to... because we got to cut something. So blue-green, blue-green... We'll actually just go like that if we're not going to be playing Harrogast. Maybe 2 Horrific Assault. I don't know what the cut is here. Maybe this Monstrous Vortex. Alright, so... we have 2 green 2-drops, 2 blue 2-drops. Yeah. Unfortunately, Harrogast isn't getting in there game 1, but let's jump in. I'll see you in 1 sec. I'm stoked for it. I'll be back. All right, game 1 here. And we didn't draw a fantastic hand. We had a lot of 2-drops, didn't draw one here. Retrofitted Transmogrant. Okay. So opponent might be doing some kind of sacrificing here. With another Transmogrant. And so I could go get a blue, but I want to play this Wumpus with colorless. And it really hurt me there, but it is what it is. Alright, so opponent gonna play a tapped black here. Oh, I guess I should have gotten a blue, because this repurposer is gonna make a spawn, but it's my first game in this format, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. The opponent gonna breathe your last. I'm gonna get another spawn. The opponent getting in here for 2. And that island was a good draw, for sure. So I'm not gonna think too hard, just slam my 6/6 down. And we'll see how much more removal they have. Quest for the Necropolis. Whenever a land enters the control, sacrifice, put target from a... Okay. So later, when this gets to 6, they're going to be able to bring something back. Unfortunately, they got the aberration here. But so if I play this forest and get this witness down, and I can adapt and get this aberration back. So we're just trying to grind through. We have some removal online now. Area Auxiliary. Enters the battlefield, support 2. Do I want to trade off here? I have a lot more resources. I actually think that I do. Okay, so this turn, I think I just want to kill this flyer. I'm gonna play this aberration, then go for the horrific assault. Two cards in hand for opponent. It looks like opponent might be looking to return a creature here, doing the Accursed Marauder again. That's fine. Because we got more 7-drops to play. Like this Warped Tusker. And I really would like to get this Copy Croak down on the Tusker, but they just have all of the removal. Okay. So Nightshade Dryad. I'm just going to go for Planar Genesis here, I think. Grab this Depth Defiler. Opponent gets in for 2. Junk Diver. Refurbish Familiar. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, but gonna have to discard this Copy Crook. We'll just go ahead and grab Island here. And so we can kick this and return a creature or draw 2, discard 1. I think I want to draw 2 and discard 1. Oh, that Kozilek's Unsealing looking pretty good. But we can't play it this turn because we don't have another blue. So here's the Refurbished Familiar again. Do I want to get rid of the Tusker or the Unsealing? Oh, I completely just horribly misplayed that. I'm going to give him the oops. We'll see if it comes back to haunt me. So, Creation of Avacyn here. And finally, we are going to start beating down. Opponent's going to chump. We'll play this Nulldrifter for the full value. Dream Drinker Vampire. Lifelink, adapt 1. Okay. Exile up to 2 artifacts or enchantments. So, when this angel comes back, I'm going to need to hit it with the Insignificance. So, opponent gonna return the Transmogrifier, sacrifice it, sure. Exile up to 2 artifacts or enchantments. Or I could just play this Tusker. Okay, so Creation of Avacyn, opponent is going to get this Angel of the Ruins. And none of my Eldrazi are actually artifacts, thankfully. Flare of Malice. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest mana value. So 7 or 7. Do I want the 4/4 flyer? Or the 6/8. I think I want the 4/4 flyer, actually. Opponent gonna adapt here. Gains Menace. Okay, so the Nightshade Dryad can still trade with the vampire, but I have to sack a spawn. Sure. Alright. So now we're just... They've really grinded through almost everything that I have here. And I'm just going to keep attacking with these two until I draw something better, I guess. Opponent gets to return an artifact. Which is going to be the Angel of the Ruins, probably. Play out this Dryad. And opponent scoops it up. I did not play that game to the best of my ability. I made a lot of mistakes, but it didn't come and haunt me, so we'll take it. I'll see you back for game 2. Alright, Modern Horizons Draft, game 2. And we have the Unsealing. We have an It That Heralds the End. I'd like to see this go off, so I hope they're not too fast or anything. Nadu's pretty sick, though. We'll definitely just play him on turn 3. Okay, so we could play this It That Heralds the End, or the Nightshade Dryad. I think I'm just going to go for the Dryad. Ophiumancer, nice. But I think this turn, I just want to get Nadu down. Opponent gonna kill Nadu, unfortunate, but you do get to draw a card there. And they'll get in for 1. So 2 utter insignificances. You could definitely do that. So we could play It That Heralds the End. But that plus the Dryad is just going to kill that. I'll just play the Unsealing this turn. Oozewag for our opponent. I'm just going to take 3. And can I play this? Not yet. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start here. And then they're not going to trade off their Ophiumancer. Maybe they will. That's fine with me. Here, we're just going to use some removal on that. Evolution Witness. Nope, can't play that yet. Okay, so we have another insignificance here. Opponent can get a card back. Yeah, so I'm just going to use my removal here and hope that playing this Tusker is going to be enough. I'd like to not tap this Nightshade Dryad, but that's not going to happen. All right. We have a lot of lands now. And that Fetid Gargantua, pretty good for our opponent here. The Elk is unfortunate. And here we're just going to chump. Alright, we can get this 6/6 down. And we at least now have some chump blockers. Yeah. Yeah, I'll swing for 3 here. And I'll just trade off the snake, that's fine. Oh, that was bad. Okay, the elk got me. Still learning these cards. Alright, they swing with the 3/3. I probably do have to block. Yeah, sure. Okay. Take this Nulldrifter. We're in danger of decking, so that's not great. We'll get another 6/6 down. $11 cards in deck. Emperor of Bones. At the beginning of combat, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Whenever a counter is put on, put a creature card. Oh, that's probably gonna be it then. That's rough. Does this thing have haste? No. Okay, so at some point I am gonna have to start getting in here. I think this turn it's just gonna be the Nulldrifter. And yeah, I just died to onboard trick. Doesn't feel great. We're going to kick both these. Turn this creature. We're going to draw 2. So we can play this Evolution Witness. Alright, so they are going to get this trigger off the Emperor. And if they target something in my graveyard, I can use the Witness, and Witness will breathe its last. Oh, and they still do get it. Well, unfortunately, that probably is going to do it. I think I'm going to call it there, and we'll be back for Game 3. Ooh, that one was, I didn't play that one well at all. Yeah, playing a little sloppy. Trying this whole recording with a new format isn't great, but we'll see. All right, Game 3 here. I'm going to try to wash the taste of that last game out of my mouth. We have a great hand with Nightshade Dryad into Horrific Assault. An opponent on 2 planes here. Looks like they're doing some energy stuff. Opponent gonna expel the Unworthy. And this Slith is just gonna get away from me here. So It That Heralds the End, I can't play. So, yeah, we're going to have to play this next turn and just bounce it, which, unfortunate for a 1-drop, but we're very much sort of in this. We'll play this Bountiful Landscape. And this is a when you cast. And so this could just be another 4/6. Yeah, I think so. And so next turn, we're going to swing out with the Defilers and try to get him with the Assault. The Sorcery. Alright, so they play out the Slith again. So we have this Insignificance with Flash, and this is a Sorcery. We're going to swing for 8. And get to connive. They're going to take 8. So I'll Horrific Assault this creature on the slip. Then end turn. The opponent looks like they're targeting this Rosecott Knight. Hopefully they have some kind of, I don't even know that where they're going to try to fight. They're just going to expel the Unworthy. That should be fine. And I'll just use this Utter Insignificance here. Fury of Gremlins. Sure. And I'll exile that creature. Nadu's pretty sick. But first we're going to get to Connive. They're going to go down to 6 here. We're going to play Nadu. And the Evolution Witness. And pass back. And this can return a permanent card. So we can't get the Assault back, but we can get the Insignificance back. Opponent thinking here. Galvanic Discharge. And they put a land in my hand. So I can adapt at instant speed. And so they can pay energy to give haste. So if they have something huge here that gives trample, alright, so they can exploit. And looks like they're not going to do that. Thief of Existence. So this can exile non-creature, non-land. Alright, take the Scurry. I mean, I'm still going to just swing out here. Unfortunate. So we want to kill the 4/3. Want to get in a little more damage. And opponent scoops it up. GG Zangief, and we will be back for game 3. I did have fun that game. Getting a little hang of this deck. I think I played that one a little better. Alright. Interesting hand here for game 3. I'm gonna keep. We definitely need to go grab a forest with this. And this retrofitted transmogrant is back. Ooh. Oh, that's a powerful card. Alright, so I definitely want to grab a green. And doesn't feel great to use this on a 2-drop, but they can't be given everything Battle Cry. Party Thrasher. Non-creature spells you have in exile have Convoke. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of that one too. Opponent swings for 3. Really would like to draw creatures here. If I cycle 1, I could play this in 2 turns with the land, so it probably doesn't make that big of a difference. Yeah. We'll see. We're gonna have to get a Tusker out and play the Salt. Ooh, Spawn Gang Commander. Not good. So, but we can kill it. We would have liked to gain that life for sure. Ooh. Ghost Fire Slice. GG, that one wasn't even close. That one kind of sucked, but whatever. All right, game 4 here. We are 2-2 in our first draft so far. It heralds the end. I mean, if we can draw some lands, be pretty good. Okay, so we can use that as a colorless source for next turn. This turn we can use this to go get a green. Unstable Amulet. You get 2 energy. Whenever you cast a spell other than your hand, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pay 2. Exile it, and then you can play it. Alright, so we're just going to sack this, grab a green. We will attempt to grab a green here. This forest. And so now we'll play this Foreboding Landscape and get It That Heralds the End down. Them drawing Galvanic Discharge there was pretty annoying, I'm going to be honest, but we're going to get to Thief of Existence that away next turn. Alright, so they play the Slith here. They'll play this Thief of Existence. Get rid of the Amulet. Wing it. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. Put a flying counter on it. So, probably not going to want to block this Slith. Oh, Ghostfire Slice, and they get to draw a card. And the Slith is just continuing to just beat me down. Although, that was a good draw. So this can make it a 5/6. So if they attack, I'm probably not going to block, actually. They're going to wing it. Wing it pre-combat, so I can't block. Venture's X. 7/4. Alright, well, I got one shot to kill it with this horrific assault. Let's see. We'll get this Unsealing down. Swing for 6. So I can't kick this next turn. Inspired Inventor. Oh, they're gonna kill the Aberration with 6 energy. And they're gonna just go grab a land. Okay, so not gonna kick here. Gonna draw 2 and discard 1. Wow. Okay. We'll discard the Bountiful Landscape. That might have been greedy, because we're going to draw a lot with this Nulldrifter. Mystic Evangel. So, I'm really incentivized here to start trading off stuff as fast as I can if I'm going to be drawing all these cards. Proud Pack Rhino. Put a shield counter. Two shield counters on the Proud Pack Rhino. Seems pretty good. I think I will just slam this Nulldrifter. And we don't have another 7. But we do have this Aberration. I'll just do this. And I have enough cards in hand. If they have some kind of Trumpet Blast effect, they can do that. I just want to conserve my life total. Razor Grash Ambush. Sure. Alright. Let's get in there with the Defiler. They're going to take 3. Play this Aberration. And get this Repurposer down. An opponent just going to go grab a land here. That's fine. Did you draw some kind of wrath? I'm sorry, I don't know how to be entertaining at all during these games. Nightshade Dryad. Alright, opponent goes to 2 here. Play this Nightshade Dryad out. Brave and Charm. I'll pass back. We'll just chump here. GG. I think there's just a certain point when this deck kind of like hits that first draw 3 that you just feel so good. It's just that that game one, that first game I lost felt bad, but hey, at least I'm going 500 in my first draft here. All right, I'm 3-2. Game 6 here. With not a fantastic hand, but probably not one I'm gonna be able to send back, I don't feel like. One of these is gonna have to become an island. Two of them if I want to kick the Defiler, but that's a long ways away. Alright, mountain here. Not what you want to see. Drawing island, not what you want to see either. Menace. You may pay 1. Okay, so I'm probably not going to use this on either of these. Alright, opponent hitting for 3. Okay, here, I'm just gonna get rid of this now. This would have done 4 damage to me either way. We definitely have enough lands here. Yeah, and then we're just, we're not gonna be winning this game, it doesn't look like. Stage, huh? Well, we'll see what that last card is, because I'll have to trade off, or at least block this guy. Oof. Well, I think that's gonna do it. Thank you for joining me for this draft. I got no way around equipping there. So 3-3. I feel a little. Gonna be honest, I'm kind of disappointed with myself on that one, just because that first loss, I feel like I played so poorly, and the first win I had, I also felt like I played pretty bad, but I don't know, get back in the saddle, 3-3 for the first draft of the format while I'm recording a video. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. If I wasn't entertaining this match, I apologize. I definitely was not. But yeah, catch you next time.